Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video we're talking about Parsvottanasana, which is a standing pose from the Ashtanga Yoga standing sequence. And it's a really great pose for strengthening and stretching the legs, as well as opening the chest and the shoulders. So let's begin standing on our mat and take your feet out to the side until you have roughly the same width for Trikonasana. So if you take your arms out to the side, I like to look and check that my ankles are roughly under the shoulders. That works for me. Turn to the back of your mat. So the right foot faces the back of the mat and the left foot is at 45-degree angle. If you struggle to balance in this pose, or even if it's your first time practicing, just take your feet slightly wider on your mat so that you've got a bit more room to play with the balance, okay? Feet narrower will be a little bit more challenging for the balance. Okay, so now that we've got our foot position, we want to make sure that the pelvis stays level. So when you come into this pose, you'll have the tendency for one of the hips to hike forwards and backwards. So it's really important that you set up the pose in this way and that you fold from this position. Now with the hands and the arms, I'm going to turn to the back and just show you what that looks like. We're going to take the arms wide, internally rotate the arms to come into reverse prayer position. So what that looked like from the back, take my arms out to the side, turn the palms, roll the shoulders forwards, bring the hands behind the back and place the palms together in the back. If that feels like too much for your shoulders or your wrists, then just hold on to your arms, elbows, wrists, or forearms is fine. Let's come back with the foot position. Hips facing the back of the mat. Imagine you have two headlights, like car headlights on your hips, and you want to shine them directly forwards. Arms to the side, internally rotate to find your position with the hands. And then if the palms are together in prayer, gently press them together and draw the shoulders back to open the chest. Our core is zipped on, try not to let this go at any point in the pose, and the legs are engaged. So as we're folding forwards here, we're in quite a vulnerable position with the hamstring. So if you don't activate your legs, you might have the tendency to overstretch in the back of the knee, which isn't what we want. Instead, think about these thigh muscles engaging and drawing the kneecap up towards the hips. You could also think about pushing the floor away. I find that helps to really activate the legs. Okay, now it's time to go down. So inhale here, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, and then exhaling, keep your pelvis square, reach your hips backwards as you fold forwards. Keep the spine long. Now, if you're already starting to round here, take it back and just work with the range of motion that you have right now. So if your spine is nice and straight here, then you can stay here. If you could go a bit further, keep reaching the hips back, reach the crown of the head to the front, hips to the back of the mat, and then just keep going down until you feel that you've lengthened as much as you can, and then just relax the neck. Eventually the chest might even come down towards the shin and the belly on the thigh, but that's just with time. Good, then inhaling, push into the foot, lift yourself back up and turn to the back of your mat. Let's do the other side. Square off your hips. Remember the back foot is at 45 degrees, left foot is facing the back of the mat, pelvis facing directly backwards. Inhale, lift the chest, pull up through the core. Exhale, start to fold, keeping the left thigh in especially nice and engaged. Core is strong. Hips reach to the back of the mat as the chest and the crown of the head reaches forwards. If that's your range, stay here, work on the length through the spine. If you have more flexibility, you might start to go a little bit further down, eventually belly and chest reaching down to that left leg. Inhale, come back up, push into the feet, turn to the sides, release the arms, and then just relax. Good job. So I hope these little cues and tips have helped you understand Parsvottanasana a little bit more. If you liked them, then give me a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to hear more from me in the future. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you here soon.